Yurima Karama, Voices from Behind the Wall, classes in session. As we can clearly see here in the U.S., the black man's school has become the University of Prison. It seems that when he's taken out of society and given time to think, this is when he actually gains his greatest wisdom. Such an unfortunate travesty that prison has to be his junior high, high school, and college. That he has to be taken out of the game completely in order to get a full understanding of his own internal knowledge. An understanding of the true depths of his mind and what it is that really pushes and drives his emotions. The fragmentary pocket experiences and quick snippets of momentary love and devotion. See, he's drowning in an ocean of chaos, destruction, turmoil, anger, hate, and commotion. Trapped in inner city projects, being the government's experimental project, his future prospects look bleak like rocks and other hardened objects. So Criminal 101 is now in session. Well, wait, hold up. Maybe not criminal. A better word may be genocide. Total expulsion by society where he becomes hunted and extinct and turns to mental menacide. Sort of like suicide, but worse because it creates interracial divide. Things like black on black crimes, murders at all-time highs. You can see the ravages of death just by looking within the youth's eyes. Here today, gone tomorrow. Ain't no more farewells and goodbyes. Because all you see on the news is who dies. Expendable black men. So we get caught up in the hype and believe the true lies. But it didn't start with Emmett Till, and it sure didn't end with Emmett Till. Seems like we've lost our vision of reality and our sense of morality, and we think that the scripted script is what's real. So in Prison Yard 201, we start the rebuilding of both the body and mind. We do burpees, push-ups, pull-ups, dips, then discuss politics, history, and why conscious brothers are against eating swine. We watch as unconscious brothers move into classrooms VH1, MTV, and BET. See, they never seem to make it to the PhD realm of CNN, NPR, or BBC. Then there's a few brothers getting master's degrees with required readings by Chancellor Williams, Sheikh Anta Diop, John Henrik Clark, and Naeem Akbar. Some brothers just quit school altogether and focus on becoming a Department of Corrections or Bureau of Prisons basketball star. Their signing bonus is usually just a 6-pack of soda or a bag of junk food. But see, the magnitude of their prison servitude is never exemplified in their attitudes, so they push a basketball from sunup to sundown and then argue over who's better, Kobe or LeBron. They argue over who's got more money, P. Diddy, Jay-Z, or Master P. They argue over who's the best rapper, Lil Wayne, T.I., or Bun B. See, they're dropouts, so they can't seem to see the cycle they become trapped in. A conscious brother tells them this is slavery all over, but they refuse to believe they've been tricked back in. So in Prison Yard 301, we move closer and closer to graduation. If there's no serious altercations, we may make it to supervised release and or probation. But there's still a few more classes and a few more lessons needed for us to transcend this plantation. Because, see, we have to attend manhood classes because our women are being lied to, and that creates poor maladaptation. They're being told that we're homosexuals, bisexuals, on the down low and on the up high. But for real, most men in prison aren't like that. But the media again grabs the story and continues to just lie. But why? Why are we always the negative recipients of the negative stereotypes in headline news reports? Seems like newspapers and magazines show our pictures just a little bit darker every time we make an appearance in a criminal court. The subliminal messages sent to our women is that your man, he has no power. Chained and shackled up in a prison khaki suit, plantation destination is a barbed wire fence overlooked by a gun tower. The rebuilding of the city of Babylon and a curse because we're descendants of Ham and Cush. So modern day pharaohs include Lincoln, Roosevelt, Kennedy, Reagan, Clinton, and Bush. Their biblical prophecy is to stagnate and oppress the oppressed, rob the indigenous peoples of its resources and force them to worship the Babylon of the West. Strictly worship. Don't try to control no resources. Subject the black family to homosexuality, lesbianism, sodomy, misogyny, male and female divorces, work them like horses. But when they try to control resources, lock them in a cell. Cut off procreation, make them live like neuter dogs in a kennel, watch them run to they doggy bowls at chow time. Ring the bell! What's that smell? Let's see, that's Prison Yard 401. Time for total preparation for the reacclimation back to free society. Back to the projects from which you came. And if you were a star before you left, then you lay claim to a certain amount of notoriety. Moving from one prison plantation to another plantation called poverty. Let's see, job availability and qualifications include drug dealer, stick-up man, bank robber, or straight-up robbery. Back to the same cesspool environment that most of us were born into, just like the southern cotton fields of 1712 that our ancestors were born into, the witch's brew, the voodoo, the Santeria, the atom energy. See, we got pulled away from what we knew. Then in came missionaries with Bibles in one hand, guns in the other, death by slaughter and humiliation, so the spirits became perplexed and didn't know what to do. Because what we knew was simply love and compassion for those of a different hue. In tune with life and universal harmony, how were we to know that their despise will cause our demise? Their infuriation and infatuation with buttocks and penis size, envy makes the nature rise. They couldn't be us, so they slayed us using superior military might. Negro, don't come over here in the dark night. You know my people ain't right. But see, powers calmed them down. Now judicial lynch mobs castrate black males. Put this thong up at that big booty sister and shake it, cause you know, crack sells. Your man couldn't make bail, so try a man of a lighter complexion. Something new, Condoleezza Rice. Keep Master's house in order, be his mistress, and help him get this election. Sign the order of protection. But it's much too late to make a law against hate crimes. I mean, how could you make a law against hate crimes when for hundreds of years you promoted hate within the majority's minds? As black men, we don't need prison to get this wisdom. But since they make them our universities, then every day, class is always in session. Yurima Karama, Voices from Behind the Wall. Peace.